Hey, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone, bringing you weekly sales solutions, tips, strategies, and attitude adjustments from the 10X world of Grant Cardone. 80% of what we do here on the Cardone Solutions Podcast, in fact, Cardone Training Technologies in general, 80% of what we do here is 100% free. So the purpose of the podcast is to make sure that the free stuff we're putting down, you're picking up and you're plugging it in to your sales and your business and your life, and you're getting results with it. So thank you in advance for hitting that subscribe button. And if you're getting value from it, make sure that you're sharing this out into the cyberspace so that others can benefit from it too. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about APES, and probably not the apes that you just thought of. But first, a word from our sponsor. Today's episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast is being brought to you by Grant Cardone and Cardone University's coaching program. Hey, here's what we know at this point, okay? 84% of managers too busy to train and develop their team the way they wish they could. I mean, they want to, they just can't. There's too much going on. They're wearing too many hats, okay? Most managers also wound up in management because they could produce, not because they were taught how to train people and do that in a way that motivates them and transfers the very skills that got them into management in the first place, selling, right? Lastly, there's an 88% improvement in production and productivity when coaching and training gets involved. So, what do you do about that? Well, allow us to help. Enter the Cardone University coaching program, where we literally become a virtual extension of your management team. Here's what you get. Full access to the entire corporate platform of Cardone University. Over 30 plus managed learning courses facilitated by a certified, completely insane Cardone trainer, ergo moi, okay? We've got a bunch of other great coaches too as well. So even if you don't get me, you will be in the very absolute best of hands, okay? Our process that we're going to do with you, it's going to increase engagement and accountability with your team. Okay, you get us at a fraction of the cost of hiring a real life human being to come in house and do that. We're going to be a virtual real life human being. Okay, we're going to work directly with you guys through Zoom calls, weekly Zoom calls, to increase your sales volume and profitability while reducing extraneous costs and expanding your market share. That's right, all of that. Okay, and hold us accountable to it. I dare you. So if you would like to get a complimentary sales process and training analysis with us, plus a customized training proposal, head on over to cardonesolutions.com/coaching. That's cardonesolutions.com/coaching. Get yourself on my calendar and let's see if we can partner up together. cardonesolutions.com/coaching. All right, so apes. What the heck are you talking about, Dave? Selling with apes. Okay. No, that does not mean we're going to bring a silverback gorilla in to be your closer, however effective that might be. If that dude gets out of control, that could go wrong. Okay. So, but selling with apes, what is it? It stands for something. APES. This is more than just a jungle inhabitant. It's an acronym. 4 major reasons people buy things. If you've done some fact finding already, you should have pulled out and understood your customer's dominant buying motive, okay? DBM for short, okay? And there's 4 main. Stands for APES. A is for appearance. P is performance. E, economy, economical. S for safety, okay? So I want to break these down just a little bit deeper with you so you can start thinking with, hey, how do I present? Number one, how do I figure it out, what their ape is, which one of the apes is theirs, okay? How do I figure that out? And then next, how do I use that data to present the product? So let's just break these down a little bit, okay? Appearance means this makes me look good. I like the way this makes me look. So maybe I'm going to buy a sweater, like I've got a sweater on today. I'm going to buy a vehicle. I'm going to buy a phone, right? All of these, a suit, jewelry, glasses, that may be the primary motive for me, how it makes me look. Could be an indication of status or appearance as well, right? So if you ever go to Los Angeles and you look at what kind of cars people have in LA, they literally make a buying decision based on how am I going to look in this car. Not everybody, but I mean, there's enough to where I can use that example safely, okay? Performance. That means it makes me feel good or it makes me perform better, right? Or it in and of itself performs. Like if I'm in the market for a computer, I'm going to need one that's faster. I think the one I have is a little slow. So I'd like it to go faster. That's a performance thing, okay? Economical means it saves me money or worry, or it might make me some money, okay? Safety, that relates to making my environment, my surroundings safer, or just reduces my chance of loss. Right? So if you say had a business that trained people how to invest in Forex, then doing that, right? Somebody's going to buy that simply because they're trading Forex already and they want to reduce their chance of loss. Make sense? Okay. So if you take any product or any service that somebody is going to buy, exchange money for, you will see that they were motivated by one of those four driving forces. So if you wanted an exercise to do, just think about the last maybe 4 or 5 deals that you did. Think about that customer. What was their dominant buying motive? Was it an appearance thing for them? Was it a performance issue? Was it just economy, or was it a safety thing? And it really doesn't matter. Like if it's a home, if it's home improvement, if it's a gym equipment or a gym membership, jewelry, dinner, the restaurant you go to, that you decided to go to, had one of those 4 driving forces behind it. The car you drive, your cell phone, the television in your house, paint job, life insurance policy, okay? Appearance, performance, economy, safety, some combination of those, maybe even, okay? It's going to be an influence in the sale. It's going to have an impact on the decision. So, for example, let's go back to the phone thing. How many of you got? How many of you had at this point? Okay. So think about your last one. Why'd you get it? Did you buy it because the phone itself looked cool? Did it have a faster processor than your last one? Was the camera better? Like I'm thinking about the next iPhone simply because I want a better camera. I'm an Instagram traditionalist. I love the gram. And I like putting up artsy-fartsy photos. So a better camera for me is going to be a part of my thing, okay? Did you get the phone for free because you upgraded your plan? Or you bought 2, bought 1, they gave you another one? What features on that phone were most important to you when you bought it? And when you think back, one of those things was involved, right? Appearance, performance, safety, economy. So at each point in the process, the APES, they're driving people's decisions. They're driving your decisions. Okay? So let me ask you this. Would you like to close more deals? No. Okay, great. Then you can stop listening to the podcast now and move on to something else. But if you said yes, or no duh, okay? If you said no duh, tweet me. Yes, I said no duh. At David R. Bradley. That'd be funny. Okay. So, yeah, would you like to sell more? Would you like to close more deals? Yes, of course. Duh. Okay. Then start using this. APES. How cool is it when you only have to ask for the business once? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Or what if they beat you to the punch and like, I'll take it. I'm like, whoa. Okay. It's rare. I know. But the better you get at learning the dominant buying motive and then presenting around that, the more often you're going to hear things like, yeah, let's do it. I'll take it. Sign me up. Let's roll. So here's your action idea. Here's an exercise just to just so you can really just dial this in, okay? Take the product or products that you're selling right now. And I want you to look at every feature that it comes with. Like just go down the feature list. And then ask yourself, which one of these features, what is the feature and where does it plug in? Is it an appearance feature? Is it a performance issue or feature, excuse me? Is it an economical feature? Is it a safety feature? Okay. Some features could, or maybe even should, be applicable to both. So for example, I sold cars for 10 years. And if I'm talking about the engine in a car, and this guy's performance minded, then when I talk about the horsepower, I'm going to lean it towards you hauling ass on the freeway. But if the guy's got a safety issue, then I'm going to talk about the torque ratio and the horsepower ratio and using it to avoid a collision, right? So it could be the same feature that you can plug into someone's performance issue, someone's appearance issue, right? How cool are you going to be looking with that when that engine makes that throaty sound? right? Okay. What if you're in the roofing business? So like you sell shingles, okay? How do these shingles enhance curb appeal? The same shingle. How does this shingle that you're putting on this guy's roof enhance curb appeal? How does it hold up in wind? How does it insulate the house from extreme weather? What's its overall longevity? You should know those things so that when you get in front of a buyer who's sensitive about one of the APES, you got something to pitch that's right on his hot button, okay? So I want you to take your product, your service, isolate all the different features, and then which one does it most appeal to? And or can I come up with a feature advantage benefit presentation based on, for that one feature, appearance, performance, economy, safety, APES, okay? Now, if you need more tips on fact finding, on asking the right questions so you can get to what their dominant buying motive is, and then selecting a product, and then presenting that right product for your buyer so you get to hear things like, I'll take it more often. Cardone University right now is offering you 2 free weeks of access with you getting the option to stay on that program for only $99 a month thereafter. And if you decide to forego the 2 weeks and you're like, I need this data, just put me on it, then it's only $59 a month to month, cancel any time. That's us rewarding you for saying, for you saying, I'll take it. I don't need to see this stuff. I know this is the right deal. I'm going to hook up on it. Okay. So if you want to say, I'll take it and do that right now, head on over to cardonesolutions.com/Cardone you free. That's cardonesolutions.com/Cardone, the letter U, the word free. Get yourself on that program so you can understand the right fact-finding questions, select the right product, present it accordingly to the APES of the dominant buying motive, and you go out there, close more deals, and then you get to start hearing, I'll take it more often. And one last piece on that. If you say I'll take it right now and you don't need to look at it any further and you forego the 2 weeks, it gives you permission to push other people to do that too. Whoa. Okay, so cardonesolutions.com/Cardone you free. cardonesolutions.com/Cardone you free. And this has been another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host, David Bradley. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you got something out of today's episode. I did. I always love refreshing myself on this stuff. This is core, fundamental, basic content. These are the things you need to continually review, continually go over, enhance, improve, never stop learning, never stop growing. Thank you again for listening. I'm going to leave you with the words of Grant Cardone, which is be great. Yeah, because nothing else pays. See you soon.